Katina was sent to Australia to join her married sister and family. While there, she turned down yet another proposal of marriage, much to her brother's annoyance.
Και από εκεί ήρθα στη Λέρο. Την πήγαμε σε κλινική και μας είπε ο γιατρός, φίλος του αδελφού μου, του Δημήτρη, του Χαρινού, φίλος, του λέει να την πάρεις γιατί δεν γίνεται τίποτα.
It was at that time that Katina went to live in the asylum.
I was very bad, you know. I couldn't work, I didn't want to speak, I didn't want to go out. I was afraid to meet the people. I want to kill myself. I want to do a suicide. To kill myself, I wanted. And after I came here, and slowly, I came back to life.
How did you come back to life?
I don't know, my God, maybe, I don't know. I was looking at the people that they were worse than me, and I was doing courage.
Now that your insomnia has gone, and you don't feel
now I'm very well, you know, and I want to work.
Katina's brother signed for her release in 1983. In Greece, unmarried women usually live with relatives, but her family did not want her. Katina does have her own house on the island, but when she tried living there, she got lonely and depressed and returned to the asylum.
Τώρα πάντως βλέπουμε ένα διάστημα και είναι καλά. Της λέω να έρθει σπίτι, έχει σπίτι δικό της βεβαίως. Και να έρχεται να τρώει εδώ πέρα μαζί μου καμιά φορά, δεν θέλει να το καταλάβει και εννοεί να μείνει εκεί πέρα.
Do you think that you will leave?
It's not easy, you know, because my sister-in-law, they want to live with their husbands. They want to live with me.
Because it's a family.
Mm.
If you had one wish in the world, what would it be?
To get married.
Without any rehabilitation program to prepare them, it's hardly surprising that patients like Katina can't face life outside.
If you've lived in an institution for that length of time, where, albeit your quality of life is very poor, it is still a structure, it is still a day-to-day routine. To actually suddenly be confronted with a whole life which is full of choices and full of options is very terrifying.
Life outside is a terrifying prospect for the men in Block 16. Yorgos Floros, the monk who had been strapped to his bed on and off for 20 years, was set free on August the 27th. His first act was to leave the asylum and go up into the mountains. The guards found him 3 days later in a state of exhaustion. Although no longer suicidal, he's still deeply depressed.
Αλλά τώρα πιστεύεις ακόμα στο Θεό?
Ακουστά πως είναι Θεός. Ακουστά άκουσα πως είναι Θεός.
Συγγνώμη, ο Θεός σου...
Άκουσα πως είναι Θεός.
Ναι, ο Θεός μα άκουσε.
Έμαθα πως είναι Θεός. Έγκλημα. Πέρασα χρόνια μέσα στο Ψηδέα.
Πολλά χρόνια μέσα είσαστε?
Άνω από 20 έτη.
Letters to inmates are almost as rare as visits. Flores's mother is in her 90s, but she's never lost touch with her son.
Λοιπόν, εδώ είναι ένα γράμμα της μάνας του Φλόρου, που νομίζω ότι δεν έχει πατέρα και λέει: «Αγαπητό μου παιδί Γιώργο, σου εύχομαι υγεία, καθώς και εγώ Γιώργο μου είμαι καλά. Κάθε μέρα που περνά παιδί μου, η σκέψη μου είναι για σένα, γιατί άλλο δεν έχω στον κόσμο και σένα σε έχω μακριά. Νυχτώνει, ξημερώνει, ο νους μου βρίσκεται κοντά σου. Τη χάρη που σου ζητώ, παιδί μου, εφόσον τα έφερε έτσι η μοίρα της ζωής, να μου γράφεις στο 2 λέξεις, να ακούω τη λέξη μάνα, γιατί έτσι έζησε τα βάσανά μου. Σε φιλώ η μανούλα σου, Μαριγούλα Φλόρο».
In November 1989, Yanis Loukas wrote to Floros's mother saying that he was free to come home and live with her. But with no rehabilitation program to prepare him, Yorgos Floros is unable to face life outside the institution.
Γιατί δεν θέλεις να πας έξω όταν είσαι ελεύθερος τώρα?
Δεν είμαι αυτός. Να φύγω στο χωριό. Πού να φύγω?
The start of another day in Block 11. The planned closure of Leros is as far away now as ever. Despite various Greek and international efforts at reform and publicity exposing the horror of the asylum, practically no progress has been made. Today there is still only one social worker on Leros, trying to reunite these men with their families. It's an almost impossible task. She's working without a telephone, the patient's files are chaotic, and most of her letters go unanswered. Nearly all of these men, like Ilias Makarounas, are institutionalized rather than ill. They desperately need the program of rehabilitation if they are ever to live outside the asylum. Ilias has lived here for 18 years.
Έχω μάθει πλέον εδώ μέσα και δεν θέλω να βγω έξω. Δηλαδή από εδώ να φύγω δεν θέλω να φύγω. Έχω μάθει πλέον, δεν μπορώ να φύγω από εδώ.
Εσύ πιστεύεις ότι είσαι άρρωστος?
Δεν είμαι άρρωστος. Εσείς νομίζετε ότι είμαι ασθενής. Γίνω νοσοκομείο να πούμε.
Τι είναι αυτό που σε κάνει, ας πούμε, να μένεις εδώ? Έχεις ανθρώπους με τους οποίους συνεννοείσαι?
Εδώ βρήκα δουλειά. Βλέπω κάνω αγκαρίες, βλέπω αρρώστους. Τρώω ένα κομμάτι ψωμί, δεν κοπιάζεται, γιατί έξω δεν μπορώ να δουλέψω.
Ilias comes from the island of Kalymnos. It's only 10 miles away, but he's never been visited by his mother.